glad that Gary Six Killer is a slightly more inebriated version of Doug Stanhope. So.
That's right. He's a drunker version of every Jeremy Piven character ever.
I'm really lonely, too.
It's okay, I got an entourage.
Which, by the way, how amazing was that show?
Good show.
I loved
They're
Entourage.
making the movie.
No, they're not.
Yeah, dude, Rob Gronkowski, the guy who broke his forearm with the Patriots.
Yeah.
He's guaranteed to be in the movie. Like, they brought him in.
Well,
I think he filmed his scene when he was out for part of this season.
what's he going to be in the movie?
Rob Gronkowski.
He's Rob Gronkowski, probably.
Okay. All right.
Fictionalized version of himself.
Okay.
It's the same reason why if, like, fucking David Ortiz showed up in Entourage, you'd be like, oh, well, whatever. He just crushed 2 home runs during the World Series. Whatever. He's World Series MVP. Second time.
What does, bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you twice.
So,
Entourage
double.
confirmed
Double
everything
it.
that I thought. It would be pretty good to be rich and famous.
Yeah, right? It'd be awesome to be Kevin Dillon.
Dude.
Wait, is Matt Dillon the cooler Dillon? Yeah,
No.
definitely.
No way.
No
Johnny
way.
Drama, bro.
Johnny Drama and Ari Gold make that show, bro.
That's true.
I have never laughed so hard at some of the shit. It's you laugh because you
But
know
Dillon
Johnny
gets to
Drama.
hang, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
at the end of the day, he's the dude who got knifed in No Escape by Ray Liotta. And you're like, hey, what's happening to you later in life? He's like, well, I'm going to be an Entourage.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's good. I like Jeremy Piven.
I dig Jeremy Piven. I like everything he's in. I dig Jeremy Piven, but
Do you like him? I don't mean to cut you off.
go ahead.
Do you like a movie called PCU?
I love PC, Politically Correct University.
Can I get another set of 5s for that? Seriously, the best part of the movie is this. And if you
Draws.
guys
He
listen-
plays draws.
Draws.
Yeah, he plays draws. The best part of the movie is this. I heard the commentary. Like, I've got a PCU DVD, and he's got the only commentary on it. And there's this scene where he talks about what it's like to live with David Spade as a freshman roommate. And David Spade's, he's the campus prez, so he's like a nerd. He's got like headgear and
Preppy.
shit.
He's the Nazi. He's the Hitler Youth. Yeah.
Exactly. But the whole point is in the scene, Jeremy Piven is sitting there, and he comes in, and he's all, like, making out with this chick, and he's drunk. He's like, yeah. And, like, David Spade wakes up and throws the covers. He's like, because his fucking headgear is making
Go
his
to
moans.
sleep.
He's
Go
like,
to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
The best part about that, it was the only scene in PCU that the directors allowed Piven and Spade to improv.
Really?
Only fucking one. And that's the reason why he's falling off the fucking dresser and hurting his hip to just do it for the sake of it and getting in face of Spade and pouring, like, basically water, but, like, vodka on his face, like, go to sleep!
Yeah.
You're like, wow, I had no idea. That was the only scene in the entire movie that they said, you guys can have fun. Do something funny.
The pit, right? They live in the pit.
The Pit.
Every single physical move Reese Jenniges did in the past minute and a half made me sexually aroused.
Didn't once come close to his penis.
But close to his heart.
Not even close to that. It's
Just straight to the wings.
I'm a very visual type of lover.
You're very what?
Very visual type of
know
lover.
He's a very visceral lover.
I'm a very visual, visceral type of lover.
I don't know if you're saying visual and doing your doing like a what's his name 007 or Lancelot.
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery, very visual. I'm very visual.
I'm a very visual lover.
Just there you go.
I'm a very visual lover.
My kind of lover.
That would be terrifying to hear him seeing that.
PCU is 94, 93.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
dude, it's really like the advent of all those guys.
Well,
John Favreau hadn't even
John
directed a film
Favreau.
yet.
what was his name in that?
Goddard.
Gutter.
Gutter
Is a tool.
Gutter is a Hey, look, Naked Guy showed up.
Oh, man, the party's setting out.
That's a great show.
Hey, wait, this is the best line of the movie. One bong hit, but then I gotta go.
yeah. Come on, gut man. Where you gonna go, man?
George
Jake
Clinton.
Busey is the hyper-aggressive pothead in that
That's
movie,
right.
too.
He would later go on
Oh,
to
hey.
star in Shasta McNasty.
Can I also do another fun one for you guys? The president of the university is Archer's mom.
Who else?
Jessica Walter.
You're right. That's right. I'll be damned. You're
And
right.
she kills it. She's great. And especially when David Spade's all coming on to her sexually, and she's like, you don't have a fucking chance.
Yeah. Do you George Clinton and the P-Funk was on it.
Yeah.
Now, I grew up in a
I
small
had to
town.
give these guys a ride.
Yeah. I grew up in a small town. I didn't know much of them. Atomic Dog is the only song I really knew.
Flashlight.
But I went to a Lollapalooza. Did you guys ever go to Lollapalooza?
I
No,
didn't,
man.
But fuck
How old
yeah.
are you? How old are you?
I'm 28.
28? Oh, you're about 10 years younger than me.
26 here.
But I know Clinton. You bet your ass.
Bill Clinton.
P-Funk Army.
But I saw him in concert at Lollapalooza, man, and I tell you what, I was blown the fuck away, man. It was amazing,
Like
dude.
you were on drugs?
I was not on drugs.
Oh, okay. You were just blown away, like, physically
blown away.
by the music.
The only
boring.
time I got to see him was at the Snowy Range Music Fest, and he was good. But the only problem was, like, even before their encore, like, they got into a part where somebody was just rocking the piano and doing other random shit, and they came off stage, and then they came back on. I was like, and everybody's like, oh yeah, they've been smoking weed, yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm like, no, dude, it's Laramie, Wyoming in September. They went outside to get their coats, because now I see they're all wearing coats.
Right.
And then they did their encore and went back off and warmed up a little bit, and then did the rest of the encore.
Dude, like, those Lollapaloozas were amazing, but I went in 93, 94, so, no, I'm sorry, 94, 95.
That's a
I
great
was like
time to
5.
see Clinton.
Oh, yeah. And you know what?
I was like 6 or 5.
I was 18.
I was 8. But it's cool. That's
Yeah.
a good time to see Clinton, I'm sure.
When you were 8?
I saw a lot of...
No, in 95,
Yeah,
basically.
It opened up my eyes to a lot of music, like Tribe Called Quest.
I
guys
love
like-
Tribe Called
Do you
Love
really?
Tribe.
Yes.
Love Tribe.
I didn't know. I'd heard the name, but then when I saw him in concert, I was like, "Holy shit!" I saw Coolio. Coolio. They had a main stage, a second stage, and then
yeah.
a private stage. Well, not a private, but an open
It was
stage.
the third stage, though, right?
No, it was a second stage, but all the local bands were playing, and then Coolio walks on stage, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" And I'm literally 50 feet from it,
And
he's
Bad Hair Day. And
yeah, he did awesome, but he's got that song, Who Got the Joint? I Got the Joint. You got the joint, somebody, anybody, who got the joint? People start just launching fucking joints on the stage, and they're sweeping them up, smile. It was crazy, man. It was, Lollapaloozas were something just totally off the chart. They were amazing, bro. It's an experience I'm glad I had, you know.
My favorite Coolio song. Coolio's badass, by the way. Like
Sure.
he puts on a great stage show. My favorite Coolio song is "Exercise Your Game."
I never heard it.
Never heard it. It's like bow, 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 bow.
Oh, yes.
Bow, 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 bow.
Because, see, I'm an old man, so I'm going to tell you this. You young fuckers, you won't understand this. That when I wanted to listen to music back in the day, you bought the whole CD and you
Right.
listened to the whole CD. It's
Right.
not this MP3 shit where you buy
to give
one.
you some love, Lundstrom, these days, I listen to albums more than anything.
Attaboy.
I just listen to albums.
You strike me as that kind of guy.
I steal CDs by the album, sir.
And I listen to them by the album.
Okay.
I listen to them here and there, but I mean, I steal them by the album.
Every word that has been said over the last 30 seconds is Gary Six Killer.
They'll know. They'll know, Reese. So you like vinyl then?
I mean, I like to listen to vinyl, and it's only for the very basic idea that, like, I hate when people say it who own vinyl, but they're right when they say it. I'm listening to music. Do you have any idea how much of an issue this is for me? If I'm going to get the fuck up, pull out this big, like, disc, frankly, and flip everything open and get my shit synced up properly so it's going through the vinyl, I'm meaning to listen to this.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can say. Like, with an iPod, it doesn't fucking matter. You can flip on a CD and be like, fuck it, I'm done. Fast forward, skip ahead. I got randomize on.
Yeah.
So you're just like, no, dude, like, you should really listen to albums, because at the end of the day, those dudes put that shit together for a reason. Sugar Hill Gang put together the album they put together for a reason. It wasn't like they were like, hey, you should listen to Rapper's Delight and then just listen to whatever the fuck else we got whenever you guys just feel like scratching your balls to Sugar Hill Gang. So,
Sure.
I mean, but that's the idea. As a good example, I like to think of really good enterprises on music. As a good example, I think of Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne.
Great
Because that's
one.
fucking Ruben. That's everybody
Yeah.
involved in
Yeah.
making that album.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you listen through it all, and you're like, boy, that's a full album. After you get through it, you're like, yeah, that's an album.
Well, see, like when I was coming up, though, it was tapes.
Tape.
The cassette tape was big. That's you guys
Yeah.
should go buy singles. They sold single cassette tapes for like
Single cassette,
$1.99 if
just
you want to buy the
one
song.
song.
But they always
You could record over the rest, though, right?
yeah.
No,
I hope there's that much tape left in the single.
I don't think
those
there
only
is.
had
Is
5
it just that,
minutes
like,
of
it's like
tape.
this
Yeah.
much tape? They're like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you could flip it over on the B side, and they always had like one of their lesser known songs or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I the other day I had a little
Not
shame.
Sack by Beck.
Oh, I found Nelson, a single by Nelson, was about a year ago. Yeah, I paid money for that at one point in time. Hey,
Shazam.
what do you do? So we all have our mistakes. I can't live without your love and affection.
I have an autographed Kenny Loggins record.
I like Kenny Loggins, bro.
I'm all right. Don't nobody worry about me.
I love it.
You're on the highway to the danger zone right now.
Ah, see, you guys know. All right. The song you sang is from
Meet
what movie?
me halfway across the sky.
Meet me halfway. What's the song you said first? What movie is that from?
Caddyshack.
I like this guy already.
No.
Yeah.
Seriously, that movie, like, if people want to ask me a good movie, like, they're like, I should, like, this is the issue why I should never fucking work in a video store, because I'd be like Randall from Clerks. Every once in a while, he's like, I want to laugh. And I'd be like, you should watch Caddyshack. And they'd be like, Caddyshack? But I don't like Bill Murray. And I'd be like, well, do you like Chevy Chase? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, then what the fuck are you doing? Bill Murray's only in the movie for a little bit, and
Right.
he's great, but frankly, there's Chevy Chase. Like,
Well, but then again, I would say that's not a very good scenario to say, because who doesn't like Bill Murray, man?
don't get me wrong. I'm trying to say this is the worst case scenario.
Okay,
Somebody
all right.
actually comes in my face and says, Bill Murray,
Someone comes
fuck
in your face.
Bankman. I'm like, no, Dr. Bankman's cool. Worst case scenario.
Oh, Gary, you're so
'Cause
drunk.
Most typically, people will come in and be like, fuck Chevy Chase.
Gary Six Killer, everyone.
If you think I'm drunk, you honestly have never seen me intoxicated.
Okay, all right.
To be frank, this is
That sounds
this
like
is
a
Six
challenge,
Killer,
Moose.
very elucidated.
To be Gary, this is very not frank.
This is Gary quite contrary, if you see.
Moose, you gotta come tomorrow night.
I'll be here tomorrow, but
We'll be here
I
tomorrow.
can't party
Rough.
down, so I got to work early Sunday.
Who
I
wants
couldn't
to see Gary drunk? Because that'll be tomorrow.
Gary's not going to have any pants on, everyone.
Well,
Gary,
not later.
what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you when intoxicated?
How the fuck should I know, Moose?
Well, because there's police tape and there's security tape, and there's
no,
always
no,
arrest
that was a
records.
fairly normal thing to happen. I don't know. There's been a couple times I don't remember leaving the strip club in Boulder.
So are you a big strip club guy?
No.
Him and Tobias hit it a lot.
No, because Tobias takes me, and I'm like, okay. Because, no, if Tobias hands you $50 and says, here, give this to the nicest looking naked lady you can find, what the hell else are you supposed to do?
Keep the $50.
That money.
Yeah.
I am not the nicest looking naked lady I could find, so that's dishonest.
Yeah, you
give
could
it
be
to
any
Tobias
naked lady
and
you
say it's
imagine yourself to be, Gary.
Well, I can imagine myself to be whatever. Mitch Jones.
Yeah. Gary, here's what you do. You go
Got
and
the
you
cup size and the imagination.
go break change. You give the nicest. I'm telling you, and give the nicest looking lady, naked lady in there, a $10 bill,
Yeah.
and you keep 40
Yeah.
to take your ass to IHOP. All comes back, right? It's a vicious circle. High five.
Lundstrom thinking ahead.
Come on, I've been doing this a long time, bro.
It's called the callback, y'all.
I'll have to call that.
No, it's called the fucking chicken fried steak.
You know what?
At the end of the day, the women will say this: that motherfucker gave me the Hamilton. They won't say that bitch gave me the Grant.
You'll still look good giving her a $10 bill, and that's still respectable, Gary.
I've never given a stripper a $10 bill before.
What you gave him a 50?
No, it was a bunch of singles.
What the hell happened then, Gary? I'm misunderstanding how this got to you
Right.
giving a 50 to the beautiful woman.
Oh, I never gave a 50 to the beautiful woman. I gave 50 regulars to the beautiful woman.
You gave her $51 bills.
Well, over the course of a night and a couple lap dances, yes.
Okay.
Did you pyramid stack the ones?
No.
That's too bad. A 6-stack will do you solid. She'll get her tits all up in your face.
What's your proudest accomplishment in the strip club? I have one. It's not that big, but it's
I contracted herpes on my lips.
Thank you for touching my microphone with my mouth. By the way, there's
I
a windscreen.
contracted herpes on my lips.
What?
Never letting Gary Six Killer take a drink from my drink ever again.
Gonna have to burn that windscreen. That's right, Reese. Keep it away from him now.
Hey guys.
Yeah,
Does he win? Because like I had a story too, but I don't
let's
think I can
let's hear
win.
your story. Let's hear your story.
It's
Hold on a
not.
second.
Josh, are we okay? Are we okay? We'll wrap up here in a little bit, man. Okay.
All right.
We're gonna.
Thank you, buddy.